Now then, hello again. This today's video is going to be quite, I would say, mix of things, if I remember correctly. Recording. I haven't yet done the editing, so not sure if it's going to be that much, but I just go and check what I have in there as of recordings, and I promise to come back to you. This is now 2 weeks after I cut this all. You are going to see them soon. But yeah, it's I'm going to start with the update, showing you what happened, and then update with these guys. So this is the intro part, and don't know what's going to be in the next one, but at some point I'm going to show you this. Just a second. Hello. I just came back home, and now I actually finally have time to work on this Rhynchostylis gigantea peach. Wait, because I don't trust my pronunciation. I'll show it to you. These are sometimes really difficult, but anyway, I think it's not that ideal time to actually start working on this gigantea, but I'm having issues with the, well, yeah, you can see it. So as you can see, this bends way too much, and it's now losing 2 new leaves. They are all wrinkly and losing some color, so I really need to look at inside of the pot, and probably I'm going to do the similar thing I did with my Vanda, Cerulean or Corulean, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So I'm going to put some moss in it to meet the needs of the watering. That is, if it's going to give up on this spike. Oh gosh, it's like that root is really completely attached itself to this, and I really don't know how I'm going to get it out. Yeah, now I got it. Okay, so it grew those 2 new roots, and I don't know what's wrong with the bark things. I'm not getting it to actually work as well with the bark as with the moss. Don't know why it's that, because everybody is telling me that the bark is much better because of the aeration and everything, but for some reason with these big ones, they actually need more moisture than I would have expected. As you can see, it's like these were viable roots before. Most of them, if you can actually see something. Yep, you're focused. Most of them are dead. It was quite okay at some point, but I guess it just decided that it was time to renew the root system now. Sounds like silk paper. Never have seen this one. That was on my face. Like, eat it. Yeah, but this was the old root system. It has been with this root system like the past year or so. So it's not like this is what it came with. So these few, it did extend during the summertime, I checked, but after that it's just like aborted them. Don't want to take those off. Maybe they can actually, but this is one which is still viable. No wonder it's like losing the leaves. It's really needing some moisture. Well, the good part is it's got like leaves and it's growing a new one. Yeah, you're still focused. Yeah. So I got rid of that. If I would have taken it off earlier, I think it would just gone bad, because it didn't have that many roots. It was like the seedling roots or something. So now I have to decide whether or not I'm going to. The problem is that this is quite big, so basically if I would put it inside of this one, it could work, because if I'm going to, I can actually use this bark because it's still viable. It's not like there's any bugs or anything, so I can crock this and make it even more, because this root system is like filling this up completely, as you can see, like width, yeah, from the width of the pot. So I can still use this. I'll just crock it with this big bark. Growing new root tip there, and I think it's starting to get that one which is inside there, which is bulging in, as you can see now, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to put it a little bit deeper, and I think I want to have some pumice in there just to keep it aerated. Hold on a sec, I'll be back. And it's recording. This is quite quick. I'm not sure if I'm going to add this video to some other video I'm doing at the same time. Let's see. It does stay in the pot like decently. The funny part is, because of the different levels of the root system, and I really need to have this higher up root also kept in moist environment. I need to like have different levels of media for this one, and maybe when the other root is coming up I can actually top dress this one, but I don't want to like put it in too deep in there, because there isn't like anything there. So if it's like pushing out some new roots, I can actually give it some sort of like moist environment. But for the time being, if you can actually see something, I'm going to have like different levels of this, and as you can see there's the one root, and it goes lower from here, and then there is the other root down there. So now that it's underneath the moss, so I'm hoping it's going to be a bit more stabilized. I've been in focus, so I just put this back. I guess I'm going to cut this off. Oh, so this was the peach, and I'm hoping this would fix this issue. I didn't have the issue until I think it was because of them. They were just old roots which were left there. I did put it up into this media in the summertime, I think it was, because before I was trying to keep it in some other way. Don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I think that might actually work much better for this plant than. Okay, hello. Quick update. I think I'm going to post this like after 2 weeks or so, and I'll take later on a video about this. Am I going to be able to save this or not? So this was one of the Schwerter orders from last, what would I say? Yeah, it was on April, May, around that one this year, 2020, and for some odd reason around August I started getting this sort of like blackrot issue. I don't have any fungal systemics or anything like that. I've been trying to just cut it off, but it's just rotting from the base, and this is like in the middle, this pseudobulb. I started cutting it off, and I was thinking I would just take off that part. Hope it's not going to go further away, and put this separately. So let me get you the name. So this is one from Schwerter. It's I enhanced the text here because it was done with well, just normal pencil, and it was wearing off. So it's BLC King of Taiwan, Hong Kong, Daqing or Dajing. Don't know how to pronounce it, but you saw it now. So it's really dehydrated, as you can see. I have that sort of suspicion that I'm going to lose it completely. I just sometimes get this blackrot thing into some of my Cattleyas. It's really, either it's so that those Cattleyas are not doing that well already, or they get some sort of stress or something and that hits in. So it starts going upwards in the rhizome, so I'm probably going to lose this one. Not all Cattleyas get it, and as I told you, it's something to do that they are not doing that well already for some odd reason. So yeah, I'm going to take this off from the pot. It's really bad timing, I know, and secondly, it's just like I'm leaving now. It's just getting new growth there. It's already without decent root system. So let's see if I'm able to save it. It just goes downhill. This is like third of my Cattleyas, and I heard from other Orchid Society members that for some odd reason it's something which we have in our like how do you call it, like the environment. So it's something which comes into our homes and our growth spaces and all. It's just something we cannot help, and it takes its toll like this. So might be that I'm just chopping this off and throw it away later on. I'll try to save it, but to be honest, I think after 2 weeks, when you see the result, it might be that I'm throwing off this plant, but I'm not giving up. Never. So yeah, let's continue. Just a second and I'll prepare everything. Oh yeah, and even though it's not going to help anything, I'll dip it into the Bison 20 for some time. So I'll try to clean this as much as I can, and wish me luck. So let's continue. Take this off from the pot. So this problem I only have with the Cattleya, so they seems to be in my environment really prone to this rot thing. And yeah, it's just a shame, because this was doing so well, and all of a sudden one of its new growth was like totally black. And as you can see, this was the two part of this plant, and I had to take off that in between. I'm not sure if it's going to be okay. I need to cut it more just to be sure. It's not looking that good. I'm afraid that it might actually go further. Yeah. Not looking good at all. I'll try to dip it and hope it's going to be okay. I really soak it into the 5 and 20, but as you can see, that's not a good root system. This poor thing, it's trying. I don't know. I really don't know. There are two eyes coming up, one eye there, one eye there. It's really fighting for its life. So because it's trying, I'll try to give it that possibility to actually try to survive. I'm not taking off any of the roots so that it has at least something, but let me get back to you when I have give this a soak. Okay, I'm ready. And next I need to pick these up from the Taiwan. So this, I'm not sure if it's actually going to go deeper into this. So I might have to cut it. I would love to have these pseudobulbs, but I'm not sure if it's going to be getting all the way into this one, and then it's again in the rhizome. So I really have to make a decision whether I would take these 3 off. Yeah, you can see something, hopefully. This is really hard one, but if I really want this plant to actually survive, I would need these 3, but because as you can see, it's like, just hold on a sec. If you see that black one, so it's already there. So if I would play it safe, I would cut from there. And anyway, this plant is quite common, so I'm able to actually order a new one, and I'll get rid of this from behind. I know it's really hard to take that much off, but that's the thing now. Wait a second, I'll go and get my pruners. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit deeper into here. I just disinfected this just to make sure. I need to actually put this back into 5 and 20 to soak them, or I could actually use this one. Disinfect it. And next I'm going to clean off the pruners again and cut the next one. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, and continue. Shame I'm unable to actually, yeah, now it's showing quite clearly what I'm doing. So I'm cleaning off, I'm just going to drop some. Had to do the cut. If I wouldn't have done the cut, it would have been like, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if you saw that. It just got hanging from the poor thing, was hanging from that growth. What I'm going to do next is to attach this to from this side to that side, so it's going to press this downwards, so I'm able to actually hold it on. There is new eye coming, and there's 2 new eyes coming the other side, so that's why I'm putting in this direction here. What you can see, as you can see, I'm going to push that forward a bit. The stake, that's the one. And you're back, and I'm back. Let's get this. Actually, make that faster. That's about it. Now I'm going to put this into the pot, and the pot I'm going to put some 5 and 20 into it, just in case, and soak with that one, and hope that it's going to make it. Oh yeah, I'm going to clean the leaves as well, because I didn't soak it all the way deep in there, so I'm going to clean the leaves with this. Not sure if it's needed, but honestly I don't have anything to lose actually, except a little bit like a disinfecting solution. Just, and I'm back. So next we are going to try to put this up. I'm not sure if it's going to make it, but we'll see. Probably not. I'm really not keeping my hopes high. Let's get you in there to support this little thing and not to damage that eye. Okay, sorry, it took me so long time to actually get this stabilized, and it still isn't. So I try to like keep it that way, so I'm using this one. let me get this, which is yeah, you're still, yeah, you can still see. So it's with the 5s and 20, so anyway that whole system is going to be watered, so this might actually loosen up soon, but yeah, it's just to hold this still because it's really top heavy. I do have this eye towards here, but I couldn't help it. It's just the way that the plant is. I just have to repot it as soon as possible. But yeah, if it's actually going to survive, and I think I might have actually damaged that eye there. Oh, hold on a sec. So can you see that? No, it's not focusing. Yeah. So I think it took some hit from the wire, but this is best I can do with this one. And now I'm going to dunk it into 5 and 20, and this probably gets off, but at least it'll hold until hopefully this is established better. But yeah, not looking good. Okay, bye bye. So, oh yeah, forgot to tell you. So I'm going to record this, and after a week or two I'll do an update and put this all together, and so you can actually see what has happened. Is any of these plants still alive? But let's see. Okay, now bye. Okay, so next ones. So this is the sweater order. Yep. Sorry, I have to check the view every now and then. So if I pause and haven't taken it off, that's why. So BLC King of Taiwan Hong Da Hin or Xin. As you saw, I had to cut it into 2 smaller pieces. Not sure if this one is going to make it, but at least let's take a look at this one, which actually had some roots and have some growing nubbins. So this had the blackrot. So as you can see, if you can actually see now, there's one eye which is actually doing something. There was an eye there, but I think it has, I don't know if it's actually moving or doing just resting or something, but I think that one there is going to, under this pseudobulb, is going to actually grow first. So let's see. It's not completely like, it's quite shriveled, but there is still substance, and as you can see, I'm giving it quite good light. It's getting the light, which is yeah, so that's why, and it's really close to it, so that's why the coloration of the leaf is a little bit tinged. But I think it's important at this part to let it have all the good things which it needs. I have around 10 hours daylight for these arranged during the winter time, so yeah, that was just some mechanical damage. I was like, oh my gosh, do I have scales? No, I don't, luckily. Okay, this one was that funny awkward little thing. It's still a bit wobbly inside there. I was hoping that that might actually, oh, if you can actually see something, hold on a sec. So that root might actually start to, or there, those nubbins start to make a root. I think there's some, I don't know what's happened to this. Yep, I'll raise it up. I don't know what's happened to this end here, but this is still growing, so should be doing fine. That one is actually moving. That if I just remember to actually show it to you. It's really small when I put it into this pot 2 weeks ago, so it's growing as well. And I think it was good decision to actually cut all the black things and all the infected parts off, because this, even though it did hurt me a lot to actually lose that many pseudobulbs, but I have seemed to be able to actually stop the infection and sterilize your pruners in between when you are cutting some plants. So when I did a cut, after that I always use that liquid to clean it up, to find the place where the plant was actually where I couldn't see anymore the rot. Then I could stop with it. But yeah, not sure if this is going to go well. I really don't know how vigorous this Cattleya is. The leaves are still looking quite firm, and they don't seem to be that dehydrated, so it's only using currently the pseudobulb energy to produce those growths. And I assume there is some ability with the roots which are really horrible, but they are still giving this a washer. And I'm going to fix something with big Cattleyas. I noticed that with these big Cattleyas, I noticed that I'm putting them into too aerated media compared to what my house is providing for them. Don't know why it's that. It might be that it's just they are in Finland. But yeah, I just mixed it with some pumice and some sphagnum moss, which is wicking material for me in this case. It's not like I'm not putting it a lot, but it's helping me to spread the water which I'm giving these plants, so it's not going to be bottom really wet and the top half is really dry. So that's why I have this moss here. And yeah, this is learning. I don't know why I'm good at with the seedlings. They are growing, they are doing fine. I'm going to show you next week. But these big ones, I don't know. I'm just learning. So yeah. So this was this, and hopefully I can show you in 2 weeks time again how they are progressing. And I haven't tossed them, so maybe this actually is working. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.